So let me do an official introduction. Coach Borino with you on this lovely Tuesday, talking to you about expired listings. Today we're going to be talking about practical strategies, my friends. The real deal. I have slides. I will stay for as long as you want me to answer your questions. So if you have questions specifically about expireds, right now is a good time to go after them. Your MLS has plenty of expireds. Plus, those folks who were on the market September, October, November, December last year are going to come back now or in the near future. So now is the time. That's why I'm sharing this with you now. Plus, as you know, I just released this. This is the brand new Expired Plus 5.0. Brand new. This is only about 2 or 3 weeks old. Brand new system. I rewrote it from the ground up. Has new marketing materials, new information here, 111 pages of really good information. This sells for $397. You can have it if you want. Just go to expiredplus.com, or if you stick around, I'll show you how you can get a copy for free. The whole system. The whole $400 system, you for free, but only today. Cool? Now, before we get to all that, let's get cranking. Let me see if I can do this without breaking shit. What do you say? All right. So, here's what we're going to talk about. Let me just move this. Yes. Okay. We are good to go on the second system. And I will switch it right now, because this is a story, my friends, how one homeless agent, one immigrant from Czechoslovakia, made it big. The story is this. As many of you know, I was an actor in Czechoslovakia. I was 24 when I left the country, defected, immigrated to the United States. And I got into real estate. And for 2 years I struggled. I struggled my ass off. And it was expireds that allowed me to finally change things around, to build a good lifestyle. And the reason it was expired is because if you consider all these lead generation processes, all these sources of good leads, it's expireds that are easy to find and easy to convert. It can be expireds that can really get you to the next level, wherever you are. Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you've been at it for a while, you want to add another good funnel. Or maybe you really need help. Maybe you're struggling like I was. I know a thing or two about struggle. So I'll show you today how to get it done. Groovy? That's our plan. Now, I'm not promising you're going to get any results. Obviously, it's going to be up to you. But I will show you today 5 practical things. Plus, if you're not getting expireds, if you're trying and you're not getting them, today I will show you what the real problem is. There are actually 3 possibilities. So I'll share those 3 with you. The thing is, with the market the way it is, with the competition the way it is, you can't screw up. You don't have the luxury to screw up, because if you lose just one listing, how much is that? What's the opportunity lost there? At least a few $1,000s, not to mention it feels shitty, doesn't it? How much is it worth to you if you don't get them? So only a focused A game works. You got to deliver your A game. And I'll show you today what that really means, what A game looks like. Cool? We're going to go over it. My man, this is just one of many, Rene. If he can do 2 listings a week, expired listings, and get $14,000 commission, why not you? Anybody can do this. This dude was from Czechoslovakia. Borino figured it out. So can you. But here's the rule, and this is one of those write me down rules. If you want to earn more than an average agent, which right now is what, about $40,000? Pathetic. This is terrible. How do you live on that? Jesus. You've got to do more than an average agent. Fortunately, most average agents don't do a whole lot. So I'll show you what that is. Yes, it is hard. This is not easy. It requires work. This is not a magic answer. Oh, I'm just going to send these magic letters or magic postcards or text this magic text and people will line up and list with me immediately. It doesn't work that way. But I'm going to put it in perspective for you. This is fucking hard work. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Picking up the phone, talking to people, go visit some people, send some text or send some mailings. That's not hard. When it's 20 degrees out there and these boys are hustling for what, $14, $15 an hour? That's hard work. Talking to people, not that hard. Because how do you make money? You talk to people, you type. That's it. How do you generate leads? You either talk to somebody or you type something. So a little bit of a perspective. Now let me put another thing in perspective. I had a friend in San Diego whose husband recently became a neurosurgeon, studying, working. That was his big dream. And he made it happen. He works in San Diego now. Good neurosurgeon. So to become a neurosurgeon will take, of course, 4 years of bachelor's degree, go to college, then another 4 years of medical school, 6 years of residency, 4 years minimum to reach. Minimum. My friends took about 18 years to get to that point. Now, if you go to a good school, like let's say Harvard Med, will set you back $70,000 a year. A good neurosurgeon in the United States, to reach that level, will put his loan debt to get there was $321,400 to make $381,000 a year. That's a good income. That's not bad. It's a nice, comfortable income. But it's going to take him about 10, 12 years to pay off that debt. Now, let's say Susie the realtor wants to get into business. What is it going to take? If she's smart, it's going to take about 6 weeks to go through the prep exam. If she's like me, a little slower, might take a little longer. 6 months of training and education to get up to speed, about. 3 months to build the business, to really ramp up and build some momentum. And if Susie is my student, in 3 to 5 years, with 0 loans, she can reach the same level, $381,509. And I have some of you guys are right here. Some of you are my students who are doing that with no debt. Same level as 14 to 18 years of study and hard work to reach that level as a neurosurgeon. Here's the best part. This is one of my favorite parts. If my friend screws up, if he fucks up, somebody's going to die. If Susie the realtor fucks up, nobody's dying. So I wanted to put these things in perspective for you, remind you that you have a great income potential, you have a chance to help a lot of people, have a good time doing it, you're not hustling out there in 20-degree weather, and you're making good money if you just do a few things. Now, what are those things? We're going to talk about it today. Question I have is this: wouldn't your life be a heck of a lot easier, even more fun, and more fulfilling if money ceased to be an issue for you? There is an opportunity, plenty of it. So let's make some. Here's what it's going to take. Before you can start implementing these strategies, number one, you must let go of any limiting beliefs because they will screw you up. That was my number one hurdle, number one obstacle, number one problem. I believed there is not enough. I believe it was too hard. I believe people don't want to list with me. I believe expireds are rude. I believe all this. All that nonsense got me to become homeless, no joke. The reality is there's plenty, more than you can possibly handle. NAR projects 5.6 million transactions this year. I want you to really hear that number, 5.6 million closings. So let's get you some of that. Now, regardless of the market, regardless of the economy, other external conditions, there are people out there who need your help and who are willing, able, and ready to pay you for your service. And the reason I wanted to teach you this stuff, or remind you, even if you've been through this before and you're not doing it, and the reason you're here, let's be honest, is because you don't want to do better, is that expireds are still great and relatively easy listings. You can do all kinds of lead generation online, offline, traditional prospecting, circle prospecting. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. But compare it to expireds. With expireds, you already know who wants to sell. The hardest part is to identify somebody who wants to move. It has been done for you. That's why they're so cool. Best leads. There is no other lead source other than FSBOs where you can get literally within minutes leads you can work with. And they're easy. Here's why. You're dealing with people who want to sell. Some more than others, true. But if you can easily find them, market to them, which doesn't cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars or even thousands, you're in good shape. And some will be relisting immediately. If you check the stats in your MLS, you're going to see a trend. Now, here's the best part. You ever had an overpriced listing? Be honest. Of course you did. We all did, right? Everybody. It's one thing if you sit down with the seller and try to reasonably logically explain market condition, comps, days on the market, active listings, solds. It's something very different if they get smacked around for 4, 5, 6 months by reality. Which means these guys are frequently more realistic about pricing after months on the market. That makes them even better than referrals. If they have to go at it the second, third time, you come in, you don't have to do as much convincing. Well-priced listing, 50% of your marketing is already done. We've talked about pricing your listings right many times here on the live. Okay, makes sense so far? So that's the foundation. So what I'm going to share with you works with new expireds, works just as well with old expireds, works just as well with canceled listing. With withdrawn listings, just be careful, make sure there is no active listing contract between the agent and the seller. This varies by area, so don't step on anybody's toes. With that said, let's get cranking. Strategy number 1. In order for you to really dominate the expired market, and I'm not talking about taking a listing here and there, fuck that. You want to play big. You want to get some solid number of listings, ramp it up really quickly, and do it without killing yourself, working long hours, or spending a lot of money. You got to start with the right tools. That's what your competition is using. You need 2 things for all of this to work. You need a good CRM, good contact management system, and good lead provider, good data provider. There are a whole bunch of them out there. The 2 I recommend, for as far as contact management system, check out LionDisk and check out Realty Juggler. Those are 2 solid choices, both pretty inexpensive, robust systems. They can do what you need it to do, which is put leads in, put those leads on a system, keep in touch with them, market to them on different channels. We'll talk about all the follow-up and marketing in a moment. Second thing you're going to need is a data provider. These are services you subscribe to that will get you the names, emails, and phone numbers of the expireds. Not all of them, and none of them are perfect. But you can check out Vulcan, you can check out LionDisk, you can check out Vulcan, Redx, LandVoice, or Espresso. We have a special deal with Espresso. We're affiliated with them if you want to give them a try. It's $29 if you use the code Borino. You can try it for 30 days. Regardless of who you're going to go with, make sure you have these 2 tools in place: contact management system and a data provider. All right? To have that, you will accomplish 4 things. First, you will get new leads daily, which is important because there will be days where this will work well, and there will be days where, not so well. You will also be able to organize your leads. This is fine if you have 4 or 5 leads. You can do that on a Rolodex in 1985. But if you start ramping this up, as I know you want, you're going to have to keep them organized. You can build a system and you can scale that system. All right, so let me walk you through the system. It is not that difficult. It's 3 phases. Active phases. So you take active action. First, you're going to contact the expired listing. You can use 4 channels. Call them, email them, text them, or stop by. And of course, variation would be you mail them. Then you go for a short visit, and I'll explain to you in just a moment why that is so important. And from there, you're going to put them on a follow-up, or you're going to drop them. Some you don't want to work with, or it's a shitty listing, or they relisted already. And then you go for a listing appointment. That, my friends, right there is the journey. It is the shortest, most efficient, effective way to generate listings. Make the first contact, go for a short visit if possible, then either put them on a follow-up or go for a listing appointment, or through follow-up, go for a listing appointment. Does that make sense? All right. So this is the setup of the system. This is the overview. Let's go talk about the approach. First, you want to have a little conversation with them if you can. If you have the phone number, if you can reach them, awesome. Call them. Number 1 reason you want to call, that's the single most important reason you want to call, is find out the listing status. Because very often, at least in my area, a listing is relisted and the agent either is procrastinating, is lazy, sloppy, for whatever reason, they wait, or they just want to wait till the listing shows up as new and fresh. So you want to find out the listing status. Has the property been relisted? Anything they tell you after that, anything other than, yes, we relisted, means it's game on. I'm not too concerned or too worried about all these brushes and all these objections I'm going to get. We're going to go with the same agent. We don't know what we're going to do. We're going to stay. Very often, that's just a deflection. So if they tell me, no, we have not relisted, I have a potential lead. Yes, I would like to find out motivation. And sometimes that's possible. You can have a little conversation with them over the phone and find out. But if not, it's no big deal. Set up the short visit or put them on a follow-up. Couple of important strategies, or call them techniques if you want, if you're going to go tactical. When you have a conversation with any prospect, really, this applies to expired, FSBOs, online leads, offline leads, open houses, doesn't matter. Remember this. The person who asks questions controls the conversation. You as a pro, as a high status agent, always, always, always want to control the conversation. Why is that important? Here's why. The person who controls the conversation controls the outcome. So if I stay in a conversation control, if I pay attention to not just what's being said, but how, their emotions, their state, their body language, their overall vibe. I can guide them all the way to the outcome, which sometimes means I'll set up an appointment, or at least I set them up for follow-up. All right? Now, some of you are totally rock stars when it comes to communication. You got the phone down, you got the personal visits down, you're good at it. But many are not. I wasn't. I sucked at it terribly. So before you become good, you have to be willing to be bad. And you will suck at it first. Everybody does. I had a chat earlier with one of my students named Chris. And we were chatting about when a baby learns to walk, is learning to walk. He or she doesn't get it right the first time, right? They fall on their face, it hurts, they cry, they get scared, they try again. Anything that requires a skill, which this is just another skill. Listing expired listings, if you strip the emotions away, you're going to see that it's just a sequence of steps that require a certain level of skills. Communication is a big part of that. And you'll see why in just a moment. So be okay with sucking at first. Get good at it step by step, little by little. I'll give you some tools that help me to really master this. I really don't have any special skills. I really don't. The reason I became so good at the expired game was really, I just did it a lot, practiced, and got better. But I was willing to suck. I was willing to put up with that uncomfortable feeling, shit, I'm not good at this. Because I knew the only way to get really good is to be really terrible at first, then suck a little less, then be passable, then pretty good, and better, and better, and better, until I hit mastery. But it took time. It was a process. So here's how I got there. These are the steps I took. These are the secrets. Number one, I practiced 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes, diligent, role-playing back and forth on the phone. How do I set up appointments? How do I ask questions? How do I overcome objections? How do I overcome stalls? And on and on and on. Just practice 20 minutes. And watch what can happen even in just a couple of weeks of diligent, focused practice. You can really hit it well. Number two, record yourself. Get a little digital recorder and record yourself. Listen to it. The first one, I recorded myself. Very entertaining, let me tell you. Too bad I don't have the recordings anymore, otherwise I would put them out for you guys for pure entertainment. It was really good. But I knew, remember, I had to suck first to get better. In order for me to get better, I had to hear, this is what I was doing wrong, this is what I was doing well. Not everything was bad, obviously, but some of the things needed improvement, a lot of improvement. Then review the recordings, review how it's going, use it, keep going, practice some more, adjust. That's the journey. But it is essential because regardless how you generate leads, whether it's direct mail or Facebook advertising or any other source, you gotta be good at communication. That's still an essential element. The problem you're going to run into is the problem I ran into, my emotions. Right? So here's a good rule to go by. Don't let your emotions control your income. Don't let your emotions control your income. How you feel should not control what you do. Whether you feel like it or not, whether you're up for it or not, doesn't matter. Just keep going. Another small strategy that's big, easy, fairly easy to implement, but has a huge impact. When you talk to people, smile. Smile because it sends a signal. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm not a threat. If you just do this, you're going to be better off and you can master this. Those are the first two strategies. Strategy number one, have the right tools in place. Strategy number two, have the right approach. Strategy number three, intensity. This requires the right intensity. This is not for timid. Real estate is not for timid, but you already know that. It requires a certain level of passion. It requires a certain level of intensity. Some of you recognize this guy, right? Do you know who this is? Anybody know? This is Mr. Darren Hardy. He's now a publisher of Success Magazine. He started as a real estate agent. And the cool thing about Mr. Darren that really inspired me is at the age of 24, this guy was making $1 million a year. A big chunk of that came from expired listings. Would you like to know how he did that? I suspect he stole my assistant. Bastard. Here's what Darren says. I made up in hustle and aggressiveness what I lacked in age and experience. So for those of you guys who believe that you need to have years of experience, good looks, like your Coach Borino, you don't. I developed what I called my shock and awe blitz campaign. Let me show you what Darren did to earn $1 million. Knock on the expired door before 7 a.m. Package delivered by an assistant in the afternoon. Sold sign delivered by an assistant in the evening. Knock on the door later in the evening. Mail or hand deliver something daily for 14 days. Some of you right now go, whoa, that's aggressive, that's intense. I agree, it is intense. But remember what I said, this strategy, just like anything in this business, will require intensity. You cannot just sit back, relax, and hope that business is going to come to you. All right? That was his plan. Let me give you strategy number 4. Deploy the right channels. Agents who struggle for various reasons, but one of them is they don't have all these channels open. In order for this to work, in order for you to really list a whole bunch of expireds, which is a very precise statistical term I use, open all the possible channels. Because you really don't know, are they going to respond to the phone call? Some will, some won't. What about email? Some will, some won't. Sometimes you won't have the email. Sometimes they're on do not call list. Sometimes you can visit them. So open as many of these channels as possible. Don't rely on single channel ever. So we talked about the phone call. Let me show you a simple text to send to an expired listing. Don't overthink it. You know what the secret to the most effective texts, as pretty much with any good marketing, is? It's conversational. It doesn't sound stiff, it doesn't sound boring, it doesn't sound one of those salesy corporate-y, if there's a term like that. Just like you would send to a friend. So what about your house, Jim? Would you still like to sell if you could get a good price for it? Borino, ABC Realty. Something you would say, something that is conversational, that's non-threatening. And if they respond with anything other than jump in a lake, you're going to say, great, we'll call in a few minutes, Borino. Because the escalation is from contact to conversation. In order for you to know what the hell they want to do, to qualify them, to really understand, can I really help these people? Are they realistic? Are they reasonable? I need to have a conversation with them. In order for me to have the conversation, I need to initiate. Text right now initiates really well. It works really well until we all fuck it up. Just like phones right now are overwritten by salespeople. Most of your phone calls you get are probably from salespeople. You'll see. Text will probably follow in the next few years, but for now it works really well. Now, when it comes to building trust and connection, and the reason I include visit as part of the system is because the personal meeting is the fastest method to build a trust and connection. There is no other tool, no other method that builds that human-to-human connection faster than meeting somebody face-to-face. Now, when it's possible, go spend 10-15 minutes chatting with them. Keep it light, keep it simple, ask a few questions. Include the expired package if you have one. If you don't have one, use the expired plus system if you want, or just put yours together. Just something more than a business card. And then ask questions. Here's why it's important. This is why this is critical. This is not just a good idea because Borino says so. This is because of data. Damn you, Borino. Data. Facts. According to the National Association of Realtors, number of agents contacted before selecting one to assist with the sale of the home. Look at this number. 72% of the sellers contact one agent. So this whole idea that all the sellers talk to 5 agents and interview a whole bunch is nonsense. 87% of the sellers contact 2 agents, pick one, done. You know how you can be one of those agents? Build trust. You know the fastest way to build trust? Use this system. The most important element of this is to have a conversation. If you can, in person. If not, through text. If not, through phone. If not, through email. Whatever is possible. Now, the best time to visit them. This is what worked for me. Yours may be slightly different because it's a different socioeconomic group, different type of neighborhood, but I'd be surprised if it was vastly different. But if you can, talk to them the day it expires. The sooner the better. Then if you still don't reach them, you leave the expired package there. You go back 2 days later. Another 48 hours. Remember Darren's approach? The dude didn't fuck around. He was really hammering hard. Good time to go is Saturday morning. People are relaxed. They're having a cup of coffee. They don't have to go to work. They're enjoying time off. Good time to reach them and have a quick conversation with them. Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon. Those were my windows. Test this. See which ones work for you. Now, the purpose of the visit is first to shift their state, their emotion. Some of them will be a little disappointed, understandably. They had a plan, they had a goal, they wanted to live somewhere else, and it didn't work out. And they will probably blame the agent. And that's okay. So you just let them vent, you ask a few questions, you smile, See if you can help them. Fastest way as far as building that connection is to let them be heard. This is one of those core desires that we all have, is to be heard, to be empathetically understood, to be genuinely appreciated, and to be respected. The reason so many expireds get so angry is because they don't feel heard, they don't feel understood or appreciated, or God forbid, respected. Because most agents recite the same scripts, say the same shit, do the same shit, and are labeled immediately just another desperate salesperson trying to get a listing. If you take a different approach, if you're genuinely interested in what is it they're trying to do, who are these people, what is the goal, what is the problem that they're trying to solve, and can I help them? That will resonate with them way more than any other fancy script or closing. There is only one downside to this, and that is this. You can't fake it. This needs to be authentic. You need to be authentically interested, which is kind of cool because part of this business is to get to know some people, new people, different people, get to know their stories. I mean, I'm sure you've heard tons of them. I've had my share of all amazing stories, which makes it kind of interesting. You don't sit in some fucking cubicle working for some idiot boss on some debilitating projects 9 to 5 that you don't care about just to enjoy the weekend. You get to meet some cool people, see if you can help them. Some you can, some you cannot. It's fine. But if you make them be heard, if they feel like they're heard and understood and appreciated, whether they become your client or not doesn't matter. They will feel better, you will feel better. And many will become your clients just because of that. Where they don't really care how many homes you've sold. They don't really care how many years you've been in the business. The reason they pick you as their best choice, because they like you, trust you, and respect you. So now, you had a conversation with them, things are going well, they're motivated, you want to help them. Here is a bridge. This is a bridge dialogue that will get you from the meeting, or you can incorporate it in the follow-up as well, to an appointment. And it goes something like this. You chat with them and you say, well, Susan, let's do this. Now that I've seen your house, I'll put together all the information. What is the most a qualified buyer will be willing to pay you guys? How long will it take to sell realistically? And how much cash you're going to put in your pocket after we're all done? Then you can think about it and then decide, stay here, same house, same neighborhood, same everything. Or you can sell and get a great new house down in Florida like you guys wanted. I won't pressure you. That's not my job. I'm not there to sell you on anything. I'm just here to help. So let's meet in my office tomorrow at 4:40 for about, 20, 30 minutes. We'll go over everything. I'll answer all questions, and then we'll decide. Will that work for you? That's it. Now, here's where it's important not to be attached, not to get your emotions in the way, not to be scared or nervous. Because some will say, yes, that sounds great. And some will say, nah, no. And some will say, not now. Maybe. That's all right. Because if you do this in high enough volume, it's fine. Some you will help, some you will not. Some you will convert into clients, some you will not. But there'll be plenty of those who will say yes. Now, strategy number 5. You need to have the right system in place. This alone will get you far. But there may be times where you'll not be getting expired. Why am I not getting expired listings? Is the name of this slide. I thought it was kind of cute. So why not? There are only a handful of possible problems. Other than, of course, the mindset and everything else we covered so far. Seller is not motivated. They simply don't have to sell. It's not that important to them. And if you're following up with somebody and they're just not responding, they're cold, there is no answer, there's silence, that's very often the case. Either the plans have changed or they didn't have deep motivation, big problem, big desire to live somewhere else in the first place. That's why the conversation is so important. Because within a few minutes, it's for a good master of this, or not even a master, somebody who's pretty good at it, is to kind of figure out. You can tell. So that's the first problem. They may not be motivated. Second problem may be they're motivated, but the agent screwed up the first impression. Came over either needy, low status, desperate, or too aggressive, too scripted. Third possible problem is the follow-up is inconsistent. Those are the only 3 reasons. If you work with motivated sellers, if you make a good first strong impression and your follow-up is consistent, you're going to win. Just remember this, being nervous, being hesitant, insecure, or tense or timid will kill your chances. People feel that. You may say the right things because you memorize some script, but they can still pick up on it. Which brings us to the next, probably the most important secret I can give you. Majority of your conversions will not happen on the first contact. It will require some follow-up. Some form of keeping in touch to nurture that relationship, to build that trust, to build that connection. That means simply keep in touch, and more channels is better. If you can send them a video, send them a video. If you can call them back, call them back. If all you get is voicemail, leave a little voicemail, no big deal. If you can email them, send them a short email. If you can visit them, do that. If you can connect with them on social, awesome. These are the channels, and the more of these you open and set it up in your contact management system, some of it can be automated, the better. Here's why it's important. It is your consistency of your follow-up that's repeated that starts creating a sense of familiarity. That means they recognize your voice, they recognize your name, they're familiar with your face. It is essential to have that familiarity because that's going to be the foundation on which you're going to build the comfort. They feel comfortable with you. They can talk to you. They can ask you questions. They trust you. Because they only do business with an agent who they like, trust, and respect the most. And that's how big companies do it. It's the same thing. They build trust with you through repetition. You see their ads, you get their mailings, you watch their ads on television. Same concept is to build trust and relationship. And your prospect wants you to have that system in place. That's why having a good contact management system is so important. Now, channels that work well right now. 20% of your emails are open, 90% of your text messages are open, 29% of your tweets are read, and 12% of your Facebook posts are read. This is according to the recent study by Frost & Sullivan. So what can we do? Phone calls, visits, thank you cards, video messages, open house invitations, just listed postcard, just sold postcards, market updates, video updates, repair tips, home improvements, selling tips and advice, newsletters, interesting links, articles, all can be part of the mix. I'll tell you a secret. At the end, your repetition trumps content. The fact that you're keeping in touch is way more important than with what, because no matter how fancy your postcard is, or how beautiful your letter is, or how crafted your text is, it's going to get deleted, it's going to end up in a trash can anyway. But it is the impact of seeing your name consistently, seeing your face consistently, getting your messages, that will very often will be enough to get you that listing. And of course, enjoy what you do. You gotta have a good time. Nobody wants to work with a Debbie Downer. That means your passion and enthusiasm and genuine confidence and authentic optimism are very attractive and contagious. I mean, can you tell I really love teaching you this shit? I really dig it. Having enthusiasm and passion, positive expectations is way more important than experience and track record. Because the seller at the end really can't tell whether an agent who sold 20 houses is just as good for them, a good choice for them as the agent who sold 50 or 100. So start with you. Make sure you feel better. You feel good. You enjoy it. You're not attached to the results yet. You're simply attached to the process. You know you're getting better. It's like that baby. I'm just going to learn how to walk. Fuck it. I'm going to fall down. All right, I'll try it again. Fall down again. I'll try again. Because the better you feel, the better they feel. It's really hard for somebody to keep staying angry and cold if the other person is really smiling and having a good time. So expect success. Expect to have pleasant conversations and really check with yourself before you pick up the phone. What is it I want to get out of this? Do I expect somebody to be really miserable and pissed off, or somebody nice? When you knock on the door, expect to connect with interesting people, have a chance to chat with them, to get to know them. Whether you send an email or text, just send that good vibe out. Be the first one to reach out with the good, positive energy. And I know I'm sounding a little bit like New Age woo-woo Tony Robbins, but that's really the secret. Expect to have a good time and then expect to get leads. Going thinking this shit's gonna work sooner or later. Doofus Borino figured it out and made money and got from homeless to a beautiful lifestyle. I can do the same thing. There are motivated clients all over the place, people. There are people out there who need a good agent right now. So expect to get appointments, expect to get listings and make money. Yes, it will require some time, it will require some practice, but it's out there for you. Ask yourself this, now what the hell do I need to focus on every day to build my business and my ideal lifestyle in the next 90 days? Not in the next 5 years, not in a year. No, go short, go tight. It can be done. I'm a slow learner. I have zero skills and abilities. It took me 10 months to figure it out, build the system, and really crush it. You can do that way faster than me. Because the lifestyle is out there for you. The life you want for your kids, your family, your spouse, it's all out there. I'm here to help. But whether you're going to come on board, whether you're going to do the path, you're going to get the Expired Plus, don't worry about that. I'd love for you. Of course, it's a shortcut. We can do this faster. I've trained many people. But the idea is this. The ideal lifestyle is out there. The money is out there. The clients are out there. Get the right mindset, put some tools in place, practice it a little, and then consistently do this. Now, if you do want my help, get the Expired Plus. Would love to have you. Would love to show you. I'll teach you everything, get you all the tools, get you the Expired package, get you all the emails, get you all the text. Everything is there. It's brand new. We just published it. You get the marketing library. I'll help you put together a good Expired package so the sellers remember you. This you can mail, you can leave it if they're not home, or you can just hand it to them. I will teach you how to have conversational dialogues. These are still controlled conversations, but they're not like these boring, stiff, pushy, salesy, sleazy scripts. They're conversations. One human being talking to another human being. I'll show you how it's done. The whole system is broken down to step by step. And I've been told by many students, and I'm kind of biased because I wrote the damn thing, but people say it's easy to read, it flows really nicely, and you will really understand how to get it. Now you have two options. You can either get it if you go to expiredplus.com. We'll send it to you. We ship priority mail. You're going to get it in 2 or 3 days. You get the book in the mail. You will have instant access to quick start videos and all that. Or you can have it for free. I have a program, you may have heard me talk about it, called The Path, where we work together, where we build not just the Expired system, but all the systems. How to get leads. Where are the best high probability leads? I'll help you, I'll show you, I'll help you build these systems together. FSBOs, Expireds, referrals, open houses, all the good stuff. Then I will help you build together a follow-up system to keep in touch with them so you start getting appointments, and then I'll show you how to get listings with them because that's where the money is. It's called The Path because it is a journey that includes coaching, support, and accountability. We start with the money mindset. That is the most important part. That's really what screwed me up. That was my mindset. I always thought, no, there's not enough. It's too hard. Money's hard to come by. Money doesn't grow on trees. You know, I heard the voice. The little drunken monkey. We're going to work on your confident communication. We're going to organize your time so you stay focused and disciplined. We're going to work on your lead generation systems. Follow-up. Listing presentation. Make sure you knock it out of the park so when you do have an opportunity to sit down with the seller, it counts. You really deliver. And we're going to expand. I will show you how you can do more, earn more with less time, in less time. So this will be the chapter 1. You're going to get this as part of today's special. In addition to the Expired Plus, I'm going to send you this book. This is a physical book that I've written specifically to reset your mindset, to all those programming and beliefs that are still holding you in place. We're going to replace it with a money mindset, how to turn dreams into reality. You still have the drunken monkey. I know I do. You know that little voice? You can't do it. It's too hard. It's not for you. Real estate is hard. We're going to get rid of it. If you feel like you're a little stuck, we're going to remove that. We're going to get you unstuck. And then we're going to crank up the money thermostat because you're going to see there's so much wealth and so much opportunity all around you. But it's going to get better. But wait, there is more. Every month, you will get one chapter of The Path that includes one of my systems. You're going to get the Presentation Plus, the Core Influence, Open House Plus, excuse me, Gravity Plus, the Mind Matrix Plus. This is a special bonus. I recorded. It's an audio program. There are 5 chapters that will work gently on your subconscious mind. I did this just for myself at first because I knew if I didn't reprogram my subconscious, sooner or later I was going to sabotage myself. So you're going to get that. You're going to get the brand new Expired Plus, the FSBORINO. If you have FSBOs in your area, I'll show you how to get them. Good source of leads. You're going to get full access to the Netflix of real estate. I call it the Listing University, with a bunch of recordings, interviews, training sessions, all for you. You can binge on it. You're going to see, you're going to get the Video Plus, how to produce lead generation and connection videos just with your smartphone. Video is the way it's going to go. It's a very powerful marketing tool, very powerful communication tools. I'll show you, you can do it just with your phone, really easy. You're going to get my brand new Referral Plus. This is only available right now to the Path students. How to not go Amway on your friends and family and still generate a lot of referrals. This alone is a $3,637 package, all included with the Path. All right. So you're going to get the first chapter immediately. The new chapter is released every 30 days. This is a preset sequence that we're going to go through. In between the chapters, you will have access to live coaching and Q&As with me. So you have always access to me. There are no long-term contracts. You can stay for as long as you want. And when you feel like, hey, look, I'm done. This is good. I'm good. I'm on track. Stay for I'd like you to stay as long as possible. But when you're done, it's cool. So here's what you're going to get today. You're going to get the brand new Expired Plus 5.0. That's a $397 package. You're going to get the first chapter of the path and instant access to the video that comes with it. The book will be shipped to you. You're going to get full access to the Listing University and the Mind Matrix Plus. This is the 1900, ooh, look at the flames. Damn, that's hot. $1,905, all included. Now, this is a short-term special. We have 9 books left. So it's only for first 9 people. Go to goborino.com/expired-special. Goborino.com, expired-special. Now we're going to leave it open only for 24 hours or when we sold out the 9. This all is for $197. So you pay us $197 right now, you're going to get all this. 3 weeks later, you decide, you know what, not for me. Simply either call us, email us. There's even a button somewhere there on site. You can just click that and say, please cancel my membership. No hard feelings. You will not get charged. And as a thank you, you're going to keep all the books. You can keep everything. I would like you to stay because I think if we work on this together with accountability that's built in, we have a weekly training and accountability calls, with all the tools and resources, with all the updates that I produce all the time that you will have access to, we can make some cool things happen. That, my friends, is my big presentation. Hope you enjoyed this. What's up, guys? So just wanted to show you, these are the 2 books you're going to get. This is the path. It's like a workbook, mind book. We'll remove your barriers, we'll reprogram your mind, we'll get you going, and this is the brand new Expired Plus with your handsomeness on the back there. So we're going to ship you these 2. So come on board, join us. Would love to have you, would like to help you out. Hope you enjoyed this little presentation. Was that helpful, guys? All right, let's answer your questions. Whatever questions you have about Expired, let's tackle those. Eric would like to know, how does this work for those of us who have every training you have except for 5.0? Good question, Eric. Contact us. We have a separate offer just for you guys who've been kind enough to be our clients, who have my systems. Just shoot a quick email to Roseanne, info@borinoproductions.com, and Roseanne will set you up. All right, so let me roll it up. Aaron says, just signed up yesterday. Where is my man, Aaron? Here it is. Yep, literally just signed up yesterday. Happy to be here. Good to have you, Aaron. Awesome. I'm glad you joined us. Okay. Yolanda says, thanks for the perspective. Great way to see life. Right, John? It's kind of nice to put things in perspective a little. The good news is you can screw up with an Expired, you'll have once the next day. Michael, that's a really good point. That's what kept me going. At the beginning, you're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to ask the wrong question. It's just simply not going to go well. It's part of the process. But there'll be another one tomorrow, and another one after that, and more than just one. If you check your MLS, some of you guys report 3 to 5 a day. Some of you have way more than that. And if you start pulling the old ones, someone who tried last year, those that usually tell you, we'll wait till next year. We'll wait till spring. We'll wait till after the holidays. Now is the time to go after them. That's why I released it right now. Does it make sense? So be okay with screwing it up once in a while. It's just part of the deal. It's just, that's how we grow. That's how we learn. No big deal. What's the worst that can happen? You're not going to get the listing. You're not any worse off. Better off. You're better off because now you can look back and say, you know what? When I ask that question, next time I'll smile more. I won't lean into it as much. I'll do it lighter. Plus, if you really want to get better, just get one of those little digital recorders. One of these guys. Let's see if I have one. Yeah. Get one of these. See that? Little tiny pocket recorder. Just when you role play, record yourself. When you call, don't want to record the person. And the way I'm not a lawyer, I can't give you legal advice, but I know in some areas it's not even legal to record the other person without their consent. We don't want to know what they're saying. We all care about is how you sound. Are you connected? Are you smiling? Are you having a good time? Is it a passionate conversation or a stiff sales presentation? Record yourself. Play it back. All right. All right. Larry Rubio from Arizona. He says, I'm right. I think so. Hey, Grace is with us. Can I download this somehow? I'd like to show it to my team. Amber says, it will be posted here for a while, Amber, so you're welcome to show it to them. David says, I just jumped on. I had a longer lead generation day. Are you posting this again? It will be posted here for 24 hours, my good friend. A couple agents from my office saw my expired package and we role played. They were impressed. Thank you, Coach. You're welcome, Grace. Well done. Aaron says, that's what I signed up for, the path. Nice. Welcome, says Grace. All right. Will your old Expired Plus be going on sale? It will not. It was time to update it. So just get the new one for 197 bucks. The old one, if we put it on sale, wouldn't be less. And now you can get the new one for the same price. You know what I mean? And there's no obligation. You pay us the 197, we'll ship it to you. 2 weeks later, you say, this is all I needed. Thank you very much, Borino. But here's my belief. If you stay on the path with me, you're going to do better. The reason I put it together, it is my number one focus, is to help you guys with the mindset, time management, communication. One of the programs you're going to get on month 2, including a stack of dialogue cards. They look like this. Let me show you. We really covered all the bases. They look like this, a stack of cards. These are just dialogue outlines. Nothing to memorize. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of bright. And you get a book, How to Communicate Well. And yes, I know we have all these cool tools. But you still need to be a good communicator. You know what I mean? It helps a lot to know how to ask the right questions, to qualify prospects, whether you're doing an open house or talk to expired FSBOs, any of these lists, or you're just following up. You need to know that. You need to know how to build trust so they open up to you. And I'll show you that if you strip it all down, it's just a sequence of steps. It's a set of techniques, like how to ask the right questions, why your tonality matters, why it's better to stand up, how to breathe. What do you focus on? What do you think about during the conversation? All that matters. And I'll show you techniques. You can learn it. All of this can be learned. That's the beautiful thing. Larry says, I'm having a problem with follow-up. Larry, there are only a couple of reasons why you're having a problem. 1, you don't have a good contact management system. That's possible. 2, if you have a good contact management system, you didn't take the time to learn it. 3, you have a good contact management system, you know how to use it, you don't have a sequence programmed. You have my system, so you know what the sequence is. I break it down in the Expired Plus. There's a whole page. I don't even know where it is. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But I'm going to break it down. This is what you sent. This is when. Here it is. Okay, it looks like this. Can you guys see it? A little bit, right? It's the whole sequence. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You just take this, go to your contact management system, and go click, 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 click. You program it. Then it's just a matter of push a button. This is an expired lead. Go into the system. Go through the path, through the sequence. What you're going to insert there once in a while is text them, something custom, and call them. That's it. The rest, let the machine do it for you, and let your assistant, of course, do the admin stuff for you. So you don't have a problem with follow-up. I tell you something. You know what the real problem is, Larry? Your life is too good. See, because I was homeless, sleeping in the goddamn car, I had a lot of urgency. If things don't change for you, if things stay the same, it's not that big of a problem. And there are only 2 ways you're going to reach your goals. Either what I did, I don't recommend it. It is effective, but I don't recommend it. You create a lot of pain. You create a lot of pain here. Very painful. And people do that through health and money and all these things. They create so much drama, so much stress, that they must move towards their goal. I don't recommend it because it's painful, it's hard. It's a hard way to succeed in life. But many successful stories you hear are exactly that. Rags to riches stories, that was mine. I didn't know it at the time that I was creating it. I didn't know that there were others. But as I'm reading the books of some of the very successful people, a lot of the time it's the same story, where they go down in their luck and they struggle, and then there's so much pain and pressure that they figure it out. The better way is to make your goals so fun and so exciting and so awesome. Make your lifestyle so incredible. That's why I show you those pictures during my presentation. To excite you, to evoke those feelings like, holy shit, the life can be really good. I can drive that car and have a boat and have that house and go on vacations there and send my kids to Harvard and do all those fun things. Make them so incredible that they will just pull you. It's a much better way to do that. But if you're stuck in between, if you're somewhere halfway, where your goals are like, nah, I just need to pay off some debt. If you don't struggle enough, well, you know, the bills are paid, it's not great, but it's okay. You're not going to move. I will help you, but you need to have one of the 2. Either a lot of pressure, not good, a lot of pain, or a lot of joy, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement. Make it really magnetic. You have one of these 2 in place, use my system, you're unstoppable. Grace says, Michael, why go with the old when you have the new one is better? I have the 4.0 and 5.0, most of definitely 5.0, but the question is for Coach Borino. 5 is much better. That's why we retired the 4.0. Great webinar, says Derek. Well, thank you, Derek. Appreciate it, my man. Grace. All right. Jamal would like to know, where are they getting phone numbers to call expireds? Excellent question. If you remember earlier, I showed you there are several providers. There are subscription services. Now, some of them are free, some of them are paid. But my recommendation, because that's what your competition will be using, use a dedicated lead provider. There's a handful of them out there. You can check out Vulcan, good, robust system, but very expensive. You can check out LandVoice, Redx, Mojo, Call Realty, or Espresso Agent. My recommendation is go with Espresso, not because we're affiliated with them, because for the money, I think you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Check them out. If you use the code Borino, they'll get you $29 test trial. See how you like it. But sign up for one of them. Which one is up to you? Test them, test more if you want to. See, here's the thing. The quality of the data to a great extent depends on the quality of data of your MLS. So some agents say, oh, I love this one, hate that one. And some say, oh, no, I hate that one, love that one. It has less to do with the system as it is to do with your location, where you are, the quality of your MLS data to begin with. So try it. But go with Espresso if you want to take a shortcut and just take my recommendation, okay? All right. John says, this has been a very weird day. Went to kick off the year sales meeting where we had a motivational speaker that many of us couldn't understand. I'm glad you can understand me because my English ain't that good either. Not that he didn't speak English well, it's just that he spoke in circles. Then we were evacuated from my office because of a gas leak right in the middle of the live session. I almost told him I'm going to stay until it's done. Yikes! Well, you know, things happen for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. Sorry, but we just got evacuated. Well, I hope you're okay, John. Jesus, this is crazy. All right, guys. John says, I signed up onto Espresso yesterday, and they seem really good, great support. Excellent. Yeah, try them. Just use the code Borino. Now, full disclosure, we do get a referral fee if you sign up. But I endorse them because I think they're good. I think it's a good system. So give them a try, use Borino, see how you like it. Michael makes a good recommendation. Check with your title company too. Sometimes they have access. They do, sometimes they do. That's absolutely true. All right. And John says, you're awesome, coach. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So here is my offer today. This is my best and final offer. Go to GoBorino.com, expired special. Come join us, do the path with me. You're going to get all these systems. You're going to get all the tools. I'll give you everything you need on your journey. I want to be part of it. All right. Todd says, great session again. Appreciate it, Todd. Thank you, coach. Let me send you this good stuff, you guys. If you don't have it, we have 9 left for this round. Yes, of course, we'll print more. This is not some scarcity bullshit to try to mislead you. There'll be more available, but that's going to take time. Get one of these bad boys. You can be up and running, reading this by the weekend. You can be starting getting expireds next week. Totally doable, totally possible. I'm here to help. You're going to get access to quick start videos. You will have access to me on the path. We have tomorrow, for example, if you join us right now, if you jump on it right now, you will get an email later on. Tomorrow, Wednesday, starting at 1 p.m., we're going to have a confidence clinic. So if you feel a little insecure, if you feel you're not 100%, you struggle a little bit opening conversations or asking the right questions or getting appointments, come join us. It's a free training sessions just for the PATH students where we spend about an hour and a half just role-playing, working on different things where you need the most help. Normally what we do is we set up a scenario. I'm calling, I don't know, for sale by owner. Never talk to these people. How do I get an appointment? Well, let's role play. We do some role plays. I correct a little. I'll give you some points. We try it again, try it again. The whole thing is recorded, so you can watch it. You can listen to it again if you want to. We have a big library of recorded sessions already. So come join us. This will be available tomorrow and Wednesday. All right, my friends? Did I answer all your questions about expireds? Can you do this? Of course you can do this. It's totally doable. This guy figured it out. You can too. Strip the emotion, strip the noise, strip this guy. This is the enemy, the drunken monkey. Drinking too much. Get rid of this guy, and I'll help you. That's what the book is about. You can do some pretty amazing things. This is a great opportunity, a great year. NAR predicts there'll be more sales this year than there were last year. There'll be more homes sold in 2019 than were sold in 2018. We had what, like 5.4 last year, 5.4 million transactions, sales last year. They're projecting 5.6 this year. So even more opportunity. But it's going to require mindset, systems, and action. Mindset, the right mindset. That's why we start the path with a mindset, because it's the foundation. Because if you don't believe you're worth it, if you don't believe there is enough money, if you don't believe there is enough business, then I can't help you. Nobody can. And the discipline is not the answer. The grind is not the answer. You got to fix it up here too. The good news is it can be done. Because the belief is just a repeated thought yet over and over that now became a command. Belief about money, the belief about success, about real estate, about you. The problem is you start believing some of those things when people tell you, well, maybe real estate is not for you. You've heard that, right? I heard it so many times. Maybe this is not a good time to be in real estate. And I say, bullshit. There are plenty of people making plenty of money. And this industry needs good, honest, hardworking people like you. We just need to set you up right. We just need to straighten it up here, put some systems in place, and then make sure you're taking consistent action. You're going to get on our accountability calls every Monday morning, and we're going to set you up with a plan, with a roadmap. Unfortunately, the training in this industry, it's a hit and miss. And you hear and get a lot of stale information, a lot of old bullshit, a lot of old stuff. No wonder people tell you, oh, you people all sound the same. Well, yeah, because a lot of them say the same shit. So we're going to fix that. You're going to have fresh, nice, pleasant conversations where people enjoy talking with you. Whether they're going to do business with you or not, some of it you don't control anyway, but you'll be able to determine this person is motivated, these people want my help, boom, let's get them. As I say, let's go get them. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Michael, thank you for that. I very much appreciate that kind comment. Hey, Miss Paula, lovely to have you. Best yoga studio in Virginia, my friends. Dancing Mind in Falls Church, love that place. Michael says, thank you, Borino, for all you do. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So jump on it. Get the special goborino.com/expired special. We'll ship you the books. We'll get you started. You will have instant access to the path, instant access to the Listing University, all the materials, instant access to me. So you can ask questions. We're going to have live sessions, plenty of them. We're going to role play. We're going to remove the barriers. We're going to get you up to speed. This is a perfect time to make the change. So the 2019 is an unbelievable, awesome year for you. Very cool. Thank you very much for all of you, for being rock stars, for being awesome. I really enjoy working with you. And I'm very passionate and excited what 2019 holds for you. All right. Thanks for being here today. I enjoyed this hour. Man, time flies. Looking forward to seeing you on Path. Coach Borino signing off. I'll talk to you all real soon. Let's go get him. Bye, everybody.